See if that works. All right. This is new territory for me. Let me turn off my phone so I don't hear an echo in my microphone or anything like that because it messes me up. Anyway, I set up a little bit of a feeler on Instagram about games people want to see me play. Unanimously, everybody that I asked are like, yo, you need to check out this Animal Crossing thing. I've heard of Animal Crossing. I'm a gamer. I know what Animal Crossing is. I have never played one because it is 100% like not in my wheelhouse of games. I'm going to be honest with you. I've always looked at it and was like, man, this kind of seems dumb. But people like it. I respect it. Like, there's a lot of dumb stuff that I like. But I'm going to give this game a shot. I'm going to go in with an open mind, see what it's about. I don't want to be backseated. I'll go ahead and say that. Like, I know I'm going to play this game terribly, poorly, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be ugly. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. I'm going to lose a lot of bells. I know about bells. I'm going to list off everything I know about Animal Crossing. I know there's bells. There's a stock market. There's a Tom Nook guy, but he might not be in this one. I don't know. I think people can visit your island, but Nintendo always messes online stuff up, so I don't think it's easy. Come on, I need to think of a fifth fact. There is themed events. Okay, that's 5 Animal Crossing facts for the stream. There is a dog called Isabelle. What else can I name? You get to create your character. That's 7. I'm going to give you 10 Animal Crossing facts. Fact number 8. You have a net. The villager has a net from Smash. So I'm assuming your villager can have a net here. On facts 9 and 10 about Animal Crossing. Just so I can see that article published one day. There's fishing. There's definitely fishing in Animal Crossing. And fact number 10. I don't know anything about this game. That's 10 facts. Also, let me turn on my little ring light so you guys can see my beautiful face a little bit better. I realized that was off. You guys probably can't see me any better, but it's fine. Anyway, we're going to jump in and see what this Animal Crossing thing is about. I'm a little anxious, to be honest. Ugh. What? I have an idea about my setup. I can make this better. Putting the mic closer to myself. Putting the keyboard over here. Man, that was a big brain strategy for me. I probably sound much better now. Okay. Good afternoon. We're excited to have you here. Have you here. Deserted Island Getaway Package. Okay. Timmy with Nook. Okay. Are you Tom Nook? We'll be flying to the island with you to help start it. Okay. Okay, I need an application. Yes, it is. Oh man, this is personal. You know what? I don't want you guys to know my birthday. So I'll put in my name, though. Because I'm not actually going to use my name. I'm just going to use Cloud. That's what I always do. Well, that's actually not true. I normally have custom names for each game. But for Animal Crossing... Oh, God. How do I backspace? No. Oh, this controller's working terribly. Why? I've never had problems with this controller before. Great. I'm gonna really quickly cut away from this scene because I have that power. Okay, we're back. You guys didn't see my birthday. Which may be tomorrow, if I'm being honest. But anyway. Okay. I'll be a dude. Whatever. Man, these look like they're out of a horror movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not feeling these people like at all. What's going on? Sure. Oh, these eyes, though. I absolutely hate this. This makes me uncomfortable. Like, full stop. These characters look creepy. Why are they all looking to the side? What's up, Gabby? I'm freaking out right now because all of these people look like... I think my own character is going to murder me. I think that's how this is going to end. Oh my gosh. Cute. I guess that's one way to describe them. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I hate how every one of them is giving this side eye. It's just making me uncomfortable. Like, this is creepier than the games I normally play. Wait, let me do a mouth and the nose. Can't change the nose color, that's interesting. Okay. That's kind of okay. I can live with this. This is a level of cuteness that I can't get behind. Oh my gosh. Like, this reminds me of Chucky somehow, like the doll that killed people. Maybe that's a bigger commentary on me. Maybe I look like Chucky and I just don't realize it. Also, welcome to the chat, Numis. I'll go with that alias for now. Okay. We have islands in the northern hemisphere and the south. What? I feel like I should know a lot of this stuff by osmosis, but I really don't. I'm in North America. You guys got me. Just giving away all of my personal information on stream. Sounds good with me, as long as you guys don't, like, hurt me. Come over that counter with, like, hammers and hit me. Huh. Follow my instincts, okay. So I had to choose a... I was about to say they all look the exact same to me, but I did realize they are slightly different. It looks like a kid drew like this map in MS Paint and just handed it to me. It's like, hey, choose your forever home. It can be one of these 4 beautiful drawings, all distinct and unique. I'm gonna actually close my eyes and just see. It doesn't work because, like, if I mess around with the control, I'm just gonna... Okay, that's the one I got. One final question. If I could bring one thing with me to a deserted island, what would it be? That's a really good hypothetical. So, it really depends on what I need. Like, I guess that's the whole conundrum of the desert island. You don't know what you don't have until you get there. Because I'm like, some type of unlimited food supply would be nice. That would be a good place to start. Shelter would also be good. But if it was something like, I don't know, like a luxury? I don't know, like, I guess a musical instrument or something so I wouldn't blow my brains out. Okay. I mean, I'm being practical. I'm gonna get some food. So I can at least, like, survive for maybe a week. Oh my gosh. You know what? These guys are messed up. They're sending me out to a... Oh, man. This is a setup. I just realized, chat. This is a setup. They're trying to kill me in this game. That's... Oh, man. Like, hey, you got invited on this beautiful cruise, but if it was a deserted island, what... If we could give you one thing, just in case that happens, what would it be? Okay. Okay, this game's a lot darker. This is like Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, I see this. Okay. Oh, man. I didn't realize this was like a post-apocalyptic game. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate bugs. I hate bugs. Like, oh my god. Okay. This game might be unplayable for me depending on how many bugs there are. Like, I legit have a phobia of roaches. Which I have heard there are roaches in this game, which kind of freaks me out. We'll see. We'll see. I don't trust any of this. They're gonna set me up on a rock and leave me to die. Oh boy. Wait for the spiders. I'm not afraid of spiders and wasps. I can deal with those. Roaches, though, just, no. That's a hard no for me. Every single time. Put me in a room of spiders, put me in a room of wasps. I can deal with it. Nature normally doesn't bother you. Roaches, however, they, I just don't deal with roaches. Nope. Absolutely not. Orientation. Our fearless... Now it's starting to sound like Lord of the Flies. We're heading right there now, if you'd like to use left stick. Yep. Really don't like this talk about the fearless leader. Can I pick up the stick? Nope. Okay. How do I... Wait. Stop it. Is this Tom? Are you Tom? Oh, snap. This is Tom Nook. I've heard a lot about you, dude. Okay. Okay. Founder and president. Okay. Choose a spot of your own. It's the first step to putting down some real roots. Okay. Okay, I can make a tent. Easy enough. Alright, so... Do I talk to you? That's not a tent, that's a sleeping bag, dude. Come on. Get with the program. Tom Nook pays you? I'll throw you off the island myself. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna find the best spot. Alright. Let's do it. Look at that! Mission accomplished. Yo, now if they want to get to me, they have to go through Tom Nook first. I am right behind this man. That's right, I'm first. I'm always first. Dummies. And now, since I'm close to town and everything, my house, like, my, what's it called, rate is gonna be super high. Because I'm, like, city living now. Oh. I had to help them? Aren't they my competition? Crap. Here we go. How about you set it up in the ocean and just worry about the rest later. Why don't you reconsider? Think real hard about it. I'm just gonna be the guy that just like, hey, why don't you move closer to that dumpster over there? I think that's appropriate. Huh. You know what? I respect that. If you're gonna let a stick decide where you're gonna, you know, build your island, sounds good to me. Looks good to me. That's right. I'm gonna be like, what's Carnegie? Carnegie wasn't the, like, business tycoon that was like a housing genius or whatever, but I'm going for Carnegie vibes out here. I'm gonna be a multi-billionaire. I'm gonna run this town. Tom Nook doesn't even know what he's dealing with. No. I feel like messing with her self-esteem a little bit. Something seems off. Yeah. How about, why don't you flip it over? In fact, why don't you get one of those sticks, catch it on fire and burn it, and then start again, if I'm being honest. I told you, these characters look evil. I always play as a good guy in these games, but this guy just looks evil, so I just feel like being mean to these people right now. It's fine, I can't. I'd be really mean and put her, like, next to a cliff or something. I'm just gonna say this looks good and be done with it. I'm really liking this game, by the way. I've completely done my 180. I am super into this now. I've obviously been an Animal Crossing fan my entire life. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. Alright, let me go back to Paula. I'm sure she didn't throw her stick again. She's probably right over... Did Paula move? Okay, no. Here. It's fine. Seems fine. I'll allow it. Sure did. Now, if you guys want to pay me in bells or stocks or whatever this game's currency is, I would be so happy. You know, I'm talking all this good stuff right now, but I know everything's going to backfire very, very badly. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Okay, a party. Let's see. Firewood and a snack. I'll allow it. Tom, you don't know it yet, but you're working for me, actually. But I'm also not using a regular Switch controller. I'm using this Super Nintendo-esque thing. So I need to get 10 sticks. 1. Easy enough. 2. 3. 4. Okay. I feel like I saw a lot more sticks on my way up to the little village thing. But you know, it's kind of messed up that I'm picking the sticks up around their houses and not mine. So theirs just going to look a lot more organized than mine. Think I have 10? Just in case. Alright. That was easy. Round up something to snack on. Okay, you're gonna want me to get oranges, right? Okay, well that's 2 trees worth, because there's 3 per tree. Alright, man, I know how to get an orange. I play Breath of the Wild. I know how to collect fruit. Other stuff. I've made meals so bad that they got pixelated by the game. Okay. I really just need 1 more. Yeah, you're gonna have to join me, man. We can go to each other's islands and stuff, I guess. I don't know what that even means for real, but I have an inclination to believe that I will in not too long a time from now, essentially. Let's see. Okay, you got the oranges. All right, party time. Who's gonna get murdered? I feel like that's like, anytime a game has a party, somebody has to get murdered at it. Okay. Are we gonna roast the oranges? Do I get to name the island? Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Hashtag democracy. Actually, since it's my game, since I own 100% stake in this copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons, this really shouldn't be a majority rules vote. I am 100% the one shareholder. You don't own this game, Tom Nook. I own it. So am I gonna have to, like, do these people dirty and, like, get them to go along with my name no matter what it is. Can't change this name. This can be seen by others during local online play. Oh my gosh. What's up, Rowan? You know what? I'm gonna give you the ultimate shout out right now. Look at this. If my controller actually agrees with me. I'm gonna call it Roanoke. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. I think... Oh my gosh. This controller is so, like, I've never had an issue with it, but for whatever reason, this game, it just... Is that how you actually spell Roanoke? Like, I know there's an actual place called Roanoke, and I want to actually get it right, so let me... Rowan... Oh, that's spelled completely different. But since we're in a game, I'm going to take out Roanoke. There you go. I named my island after your son. How do you feel about that? It's good. So when they shoot down the name, like, when they're like, no, Roanoke's a stupid name, remember, these inhabitants of this island said your child's name wasn't good enough to be an island's name. So... You're right. There we go. There we go. The island of Roanoke. There you go. Wow, I really like how this democracy works. It just seems to all work in my favor. Alright. Also got elected to office already. Okay. Say a word or two as the new spokesperson. Let them know I'm a dick from the start. Snap fresh orange juice. Let's go. Colony of Roanoke. You better be pleased. My entire island after this man. I'm sorry, I'm getting really excited right now. Tell Rowan he's a good kid. Alright, Nook. What do you got for me? Oh, snap. It's like he's talking directly to me. I'm always ready for a nap. I'll go do that. Okay, I see. Giving me that good stuff. Okay, I see you, Tom Nook. That's why you always look sleepy. Open packages and use things inside. Press A. And when you're ready, you can use left stick to crawl into bed. Okay. Can't save right now. I was trying to figure out what this leaf does. Camping cot. I'll worry about it later. I gotta say, I'm intrigued. I have no clue where this is going. Okay, got a radio. Do I have to, like, turn it until I find the emergency station and be like, yo, I need off this island now. These people are, like, eating each other. Is that how this game ends? Leave it on. Oh, snap. That's a terrible place to put that. How do I... Okay. Let's try over here. That's better. Okay. Now... Why does he keep doing that? No! Okay, this is making me look real dumb in front of a lot of people. How do I get on the cot? No, stop it! Sleep! I'm just gonna go back to Tom Nook. Be like, yo, I'm an idiot. Explain to... Talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old. What is this scorpion doing? No, you die! Move the radio? How do I move the radio? Okay. I see. Okay, radio. So it doesn't get in my way again. Let me put it over here. That's fine. I feel like my controller isn't working well for this game because it's doing a lot of weird stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna ask the 8-ball something, guys. Okay, 8-ball's unsure about my millionaire status in Animal Crossing. Hey, don't call me your daddy. This game's rated E for everybody, dude. You can't do that. Okay, you're not my therapist. I can be alone if I want to, Mr. KK. You just play your music. I never asked for your little advice. You're right, you are. Yeah, it is your bad. You're gonna make me get passive-aggressive up in here. Don't tell me what to do. Be in sync with real time. KK is pretty cool. Like, I like his music a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, KK Cruisin' is absolute fire. I'm trying to learn that on piano a little bit. Not gonna lie to you. I want a new shirt. This shirt's bothering me. I don't like polka dot shirts. That's just not my jam. Oh, snap. He gave me a burner phone. Okay. What if I said I haven't? I have one of my own. This dude. Okay, Huh. I feel a certain type of way about that. I'm not gonna lie. He's like, hey, I got something for you. Hey, here's a cell phone. By the way, here's your bill. Okay. Huh. I'm starting to feel a real certain type of way about this dude. I'm going to end him. I am going to end you, Mr. Nook. You don't know it. Oh. Okay. Pay your fee with miles instead of the standard bell. I don't like this man at all. He seems like a loan shark. He's gonna start like asking me if I want to. Hey, do you want to buy my NFTs? I took some selfies. They're worth 50,000 a piece. You might be able to sell them on the black market. Oh. That's a trap. It is absolutely the same trap as in real life. And you know, it's really messed up because he's like, hey, let's all be friends. Let's all have this big party. I'm going to give you this orange juice that I hand pressed, even though you collected the oranges for me. And then tomorrow when you wake up, like, oh man, it seems like you slept a while. Yes, we had a really wild night last night. Hope you didn't forget about this 49,800 bells that you owe us. Man, I have some ideas with those extra sticks that I gathered, Mr. Nook. Okay. A few other This guy genuinely seems like some type of crime lord. If I ever make a game, I'm just going to pretty much blatantly copy whatever they have here and just actually tell like the true story where it's like, oh no, Tom Nook was actually like a very bad drug dealer, and you know, he was also into real estate, but one of his residents that he was trying to screw over caught wind of his whole plan, ended up ending him, and liberated all the people under him in the process. Ugh. You can't do whatever you want. You owe 49,000 bells. Oh my god. My guy is so idiotic. He looks so happy too. Could you imagine? This is probably what like an actual college student looks like. I'm sorry for going on this rant right now, but this genuinely makes me upset. Because you know, you see the pictures of people graduating from college like, yeah, I just got my degree. Let me go work at McDonald's for 50 years while I try to pay off my student loan. That's this guy right now. God, I'm bummed. I am so freaking mad. Do I know of any? There are a couple games. I think Grand Theft Auto might allow you to take out a loan, but that's the only other game that I can think of that actually like has loans. I know it has a stock market for sure. I don't know if it has loans. Okay, well, let me figure out what to do now, because... Oh, look, Nintendo. Hey, I'm glad you bought Animal Crossing. That's gonna come to a virtual fee of 20,000 bells on top of whatever Nook charged you. We just have that layer of tax on top. That's actually like the state tax, whereas Nook is the local tax. God. Anyway. Let me figure out what to do. Take pictures using various filters and effects. That's not going to get me money. Okay. Earn Nook miles for completing island activities. And trade those miles for various perks and goods. Nook. I also don't know how much... I don't know the conversion rate for miles to bells. And I have a sinking inclination that it's not going to be great. If I'm being perfectly honest. $500. Learn how to fish. Learning how to fish is an essential skill for living on a remote island. Okay, so I need to catch 10 fish. Get 10 bugs. Chatting to the residents. I can do that. Clothes. With this app, you can create custom designs to wear on clothing or display around the island. Collect wood, fish, fruit for money, or I can be a stripper. Well, one of those is more appealing than the others. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me look around a little bit. Please don't create anything that if... Man. Oh, what? Are they gonna DMCA me here? They're gonna be like, oh man, we're actually just gonna... We're gonna take away your island. You know, maybe that's the fastest way to get off of this freaking Ponzi scheme that they've got me a part of. Like, hey, sorry, I'm bankrupt. Just take the island. Talk to Tom Nook. I'm sure he's not doing anything illegal behind the scenes. There we go. Actually, can I be like Metal Gear if I use this as face paint? No, that's totally not the cool guy look I was going for. Oh, get it off my face though. How do I... How do I clean up my face? Oh god. What have I done? how do... Okay, now how do I do that with my face? How do I kick dirt on my face to get rid of this monstrosity? Oh no. What have I done? I hate this so much. Okay. There. That's good. Let me... No, keep playing, keep playing. Okay. Get my shirt. I understand now. I am figuring this game out. You know, this is unrealistic, because if I was Tom Nook and I was trying to get people in on this Desert Island scheme, I definitely wouldn't give them a phone with a rescue app. Nope. Passport. Okay. Well. All right, let's look at this map. It's very detailed and useful. You can also press X to change the setting to display the mini-map during your... Okay. Let me see how Paula is doing. Let me talk to these residents. Hey, how many bells do you owe? Okay. You came up with a recipe for an umbrella. Okay. Not the craziest thing I've heard since I got out here. Oh, okay. It's a DIY project that uses weeds. I see you, Paula. Okay. I see how you're gonna get off this island. Okay. Pay off your debt. Clever. It's like 3 layers to that right there. Okay. Where the heck is she? Can I fish? See, that was like level 3 brain activity right there. Like, now I gotta like watch out for her because she's obviously a lot smarter than I initially thought she was. She's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to make a project that involves weed. The S is silent. Okay, well, you know, if you want to tell me what to do, I'm... Okay, well, I'm chatting with you now. Tell me what to do. Craft your own tools and furniture. Okay. You should really experience one of our workshops. Okay, well, guess I'm going to a workshop after I get some more oranges and sticks. Why can't I pick it up? Ugh. It's gonna take me a while to get used to these controls. My natural inclination is to believe that A is to pick stuff up in video games, but that is not the case. Okay, trying to fish. I see you. Why is my phone... Oh, snap. Got him. Get them Nook miles. Yep. I see. Man, all these people are speaking in these entendres like I'm not gonna catch them. Okay, I see you coming on to me. I'm not interested though, cat. I don't care what your huge bulging muscle is. No. No means no. Like, don't do that. That's not cool. Stop it. Pervert. Okay. Is that an ATM? All right. I see that you're smug. You know you've won for now, but just you wait, Mr. Nook. I'm gonna own you one day. I promise you. I'm going to end you, Mr. Nook. You just don't know it. Talk to little Timmy. Okay, this is the stock market. So, Numis, if you are here, this game has something called the stock market, from what I've heard. And I think that would be 100% up your alley. In fact, 1,000% up your alley, because I know you. But I'm hoping I get the introduction to that soon. I'll take a look. Oh, cool. Stuff I can't buy yet. A lot of stuff I can't buy yet. Oh, okay. I see you. You're looking for weed too. That's fine. On a desert island, I guess it's legal, you know. Let me see. Can I give you stuff I want to sell? Here, take these oranges. Take these tree branches. Okay. That wasn't all I wanted to sell, man. Like, let me do multiple transactions. $760 bells. Yes, let's go. Let's go. I can fish now. Let me buy that old rod. I play Pokemon. When you eat food like fruit, you'll find yourself energized with more power than you might have imagined. You could break open rocks or maybe even dig up a whole tree. Alright, so there's some GMOs in the fruit. He also encouraged me not to give him fruit from, like, now on. I'm just gonna hoard it, become some superhuman that can, like, lift trees from the ground, apparently. Why'd they have me Can't do that. Oh, seller of unwanted stuff. You're not wrong. Right. Cool. So, let me try to buy something now. So they don't have, like, descriptions? Interesting. Can I get a better fishing rod, though? Slingshot recipe. DIY for beginners. Oh, God. Now I have to make a choice, because I feel like I need the rod. I also need this DIY thing. I'm going to go with the rod for right now. Oh. Little Timmy is stupid. He doesn't know it. I would have 100% bought that rod, and then Nook could have played me for even more money. Been like, oh, well, I was going to let you have this for free, but... Little Timmy, you're not... Your dad needs to talk to you. You're supposed to be in on the family scheme. You know what? It sounds like I should really do this DIY thing first, because little Timmy's just going to tell me to not do stuff until I do. Alright. About that workshop. Yeah, I'd love to. Okay. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Okay. 5 branches. I just sold 5 branches. Alright, my dude. I'll be back. I'm gonna get some oranges on the way, because they'll sell for a pretty penny. So does weed. Pick up all these weeds next to my house. Gotta really be young money up in here. Gonna have that 40,000 bells by the end of the day. You feel me? Let's go. Every weed. Man, the fact that I got like 700 something bells for just a handful of oranges and branches and stuff I gave them earlier. I think this 40,000 is gonna go by pretty fast if I play my cards right. Just have to collect a lot of oranges. Okay, shaking the trees. Ooh, oh! Come on! If they put me in a hospital or something. I hate this island. I hate... You knew that was gonna happen. I'm not yelling at you, but I feel like you kinda knew. You know what? I'm gonna pick up this honeycomb. There. Man, I'm going to be a millionaire so fast in this game. They don't even understand who they're dealing with. Snap a coin. Let's go. Give me that free money, baby. Need like 3 more branches? Something like that. Give me them bells. Now the question is this guy gonna start charging me interest? Ooh, no. Run. Come on. Oh. Did I die? Nobody told me you could die in this game. Getting stung by a wasp hurts. Getting stung again before you can recover makes you faint, but at least you get some miles for that. I don't want you to be uncomfortable though, so take some medicine to heal up. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to buy medicine? It's just not going well anymore. Oh, how observant of you, Rudy. Freaking cat, you've been like, oh, did you just get attacked? Huh. How about you give me some medicine, dog? Cat? Can't even call you dog, because you, I don't feel like stretching. I feel like getting stung again, because that's what I'm best at this game. God. Get these big weeds over here. I'm gonna at least have like 2,000 bells by the time I'm done here. Easily. Okay. Alright, he's not gonna say anything useful until I do the DIY. That's fine. Whatever. Question is, where can I buy medicine at? I guess the one dude might sell it in the shop. Golly. I did not expect to get attacked as much as I have currently. Like, got stung twice. Had a scorpion right outside my tent when I woke up. Probably was like crawling on my face at night. Okay. Okay, we should have enough stuff. I'm gonna go back, Mr. Nook. Okay, sell everything but the sticks. Got a lot of weed for you today. And some oranges. And a wasp nest. And some stones. And some oranges. Although I could eat some oranges. $2,500. $29.20. Look at that. I'm gonna be off this island in no time. That's like 10% right there. It's not like 10%. It's like 7 or 8%. And I haven't even figured out how to cash in these Nook Miles, but when I do... You're right, I am pretty generous with the weed. Thank you. If you sell our island specialty fruits on other islands, you might be able to get a bird. Okay. I respect that hustle. I got some more miles. Let's go. I really want to know how to cash these in, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to buy some medicine and then do this DI. Hit the wrong button. Okay. What's for sale? You better have medicine, or we're going to have a talk. That's 400. Maybe I don't need the medicine. Maybe my guy will just be okay. Maybe he'll recover after a good night's rest. I'm trying to get off this island. I can be a little sick. This is just like real life. This is 100% me. Like, yeah, well, that medicine's like $5. What if I just, like, was miserable for a day? Okay. So I go over to the workbench. Craft it. Let's do it. Okay. I should probably do these. I'll listen to you if you're gonna help me out. You should aim in front of the shadow of a fish when you cast your line. Okay. Let's, what was I about to do? Go to this app. You can also register frequently. Crafted is your favorite. Okay. So I can make a campfire. And I can make a flimsy net. Let's go ahead and do all three of those. Okay. Done with that for now. Let's go to the Nook Miles. Go ahead and redeem. Probably another one for crafting if I had to guess. Maybe not. Huh. Let me look at what he has to sell now. Watering can. Slingshot. Slingshot recipe. Let's do this. What is this? First. You can use a slingshot to knock items out of the sky. I'll do it. Alright, I agree. It is fishing time. So, as soon as I craft this one last thing, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, just so I don't forget. I bought the thing. I thought I bought the thing. Did I not buy the thing? Oh, okay. So I actually have to use them. Okay. Go ahead and craft. Oh, well, unfortunately, I already... Man, hardwood. I don't even know how to get hardwood yet. Anyway, time to fish. Let's see. So the idiot cat was trying to catch something around here. Let's try to find... If I keep going along the shoreline, surely there's got to be something. What if I just throw my line out? See what happens. Hold? Alright, Numis. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll be doing this on Sundays from now on. Probably for the rest of my life. Because I have a feeling that Nook is not going to let me out of his little scheme. But thank you for tuning in. Here's a fish. Let's see. Here. Oh, come on. Okay. Fish wants to play hard to get. Can I do anything with the line? Is it just going to... Oh, no, no. You're not going to ghost me, fish. Come on. It's right there. You know you want it. You know you want it. I'm hitting every button on my controller trying to figure out. No. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Okay. I have to wait a little bit longer. That's fine. Ooh, here's a dock. No. Gotta be another fish. You know what? If you want a face that looks like it hurts, I can help you. Let me throw this fishing line at you and see what happens. Oh, okay. If you can make medicine. Cool. Where are all the fish? I've only seen one and I've done a lap around this island. I want one so bad now. Alright, we meet again, old friend. Come on. Come on, don't. Stop playing with it. Let's go. That's a bass. Let's go. The most metal of all fish. Oh. Let me take this back to Nook. See what he thinks of that. Also, let me... I have this net. I can catch that butterfly, I bet. No, 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 no. No! I hit the wrong button. I'm going right back in. I was so ready to catch that butterfly and I couldn't remember what button brought up my freaking inventory. Come on. I'm telling you, like, the button configuration of this game is so different than almost every other game I've played. I was like, oh, well, this will bring up menu. Oh, this will do this. No, not the case. Okay. I'm gonna catch me a butterfly. Actually, can I catch that owl? Whatever that bird is? Okay. Oh. I didn't know I could do this. Watch this. Oops. Oh my god, this controller is not gonna... It just doesn't work for this game really well. Own... No, keep writing, keep writing. This... Oh my gosh. This button configuration is messing me up. Town. Just so they know. Just so they know. Just so they know. I need them to know. Gotcha. Let's go. Gotta be Pokemon up in this. Oh! Guess I'm gonna catch this fish. Right. I have fish, I have a butterfly. Got rocks. I'm about to have everything. I own this place. Let's go. I feel like there was a cricketer. Oh. Message in a bottle. I'll take it. Gotta go. Yeah, thank you so much, Gabby, for sticking around. And yeah, I'll definitely be playing this again. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, as you can see. I'm definitely having my own fun with it. But have a good week. Hope everything starts off well, and I'll talk to you later. Yay. And she can visit my island. That's exciting. He's not even... No! I wanted that cricket. Oh, snap. I'm Ash Ketchum up in here. Okay. Look at this. They're gonna call me Young Drizzy with this baseball cap. I'm actually out of space. That's how good I'm doing right now. That cap is nothing like what it looked like in the thing. Muscle mirror. Okay. Sure, why not? I'm gonna remove this hat because it does not look cool. Go ahead and learn this mirror thing. Go back into this tent. Alright. Time to sell some fish. Time to craft some stuff. I don't even know where to start. Let's talk to this guy first. Give me them bells, baby. Sell him this weed. Sell him this fish. Butterfly, metal butterfly. Cowrie. Don't even know what that is for real, but I'm gonna sell it. Selling everything. I don't like that shirt. I'm selling it. I don't even like this hat, to be honest. I'm selling that too. Alright, give me them 5,000 bells. 3,000, that's not... It's not terrible. I'll take it. Alright, I'm gonna be a billionaire. About my moving fees, let me see. Oh, 5,000 miles. Man, I gotta get miles first? Alright, well, that's fine with me, I guess. I'm just curious. What's the interest rate on this loan, Mr. Nook? That's gonna make or break how I play this game. Can I not do another DIY with you? Oh, I have to go to the workbench to do a DIY. So, how do I build stuff? Because everybody has a house that I've seen. Go ahead and craft. Wood and iron nugget. I don't have that stuff. I don't have it. Oh. This is frustrating. Let me go to this ATM. Can I buy wood from the ATM? Can I buy stock in Nook Stop? Can't stop, won't stop, Nook Stop. Shopping service for islands that can be hard to find on an island. Okay. Do I need to save up my bells? Can people steal my bells? Let me deposit my bells, I guess. Once per day, accessing the Nook stop will award you bonus daily miles. Let's go to ABD first. I'm depositing. I'm going to deposit 6,000 bells. I don't know why this controller is so sensitive for this specific game. Let's see what we can shop for. God dang. 30,000 bells. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to keep an eye on all this stuff. Remember it for next stream because I might buy some stuff. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out the lay of the land, all that stuff. Oh crap, this stuff is only until May 5th. Well, that looks awfully dumb. I don't want it. That looks kind of cool, but it's also very expensive. Thank you, Mom Mug. That's kind of cool, but I don't know where I'd put it. Carnation, I don't have a house. I have a tent. I'm not going to worry about it. Man. Bulletin board is where we'll share information with the residents on the island, of course, but we also love it if visitors leave a nice little note. Especially easy. Okay, cool. Well, I already knew about that. I'm going to go ahead and capture this butterfly. So now I'm a little confused as to what I should be doing. Got you. Finally. Okay. Go ahead and catch this fish while we're out here. Man, I got this fishing thing down. I can do this one-handed. No, you're not going to ignore. No. Fine, I'll recast it. That's fine. But you're not going to ignore me. I don't... Mr. Fish. Come on. You see it. Crap. I forgot what it felt like. I heard the nibble, or I felt the nibble. And went with that. Even though I know better. It's a really small fish. Loach. Okay. What's up? Get these oranges. You know what? I'm gonna eat an orange. Right. So if I go over here, eat. So I can be charged up to like 10 orange strength, I guess? Because I see 1 out of 10. And I haven't seen that before, so I'm assuming that's my, like, brute power level or whatever. They should make an Animal Crossing game where you become Tom Nook. What is this thing in the sand? I have so many questions. All of this is so new to me. Let's go. More money. I feel like I'm playing this game the entirely wrong way, but that's fine. Okay. Got it. So now that I think about it, what I probably have to do is buy some stuff. And maybe I can get something to get that hardwood. Like, if I get an axe, hear me out, if I get an axe, I can cut down those trees. If I cut down the trees, I'm cutting off a source of my income. That income being the branches and oranges, potentially. But I might get some hardwood. I might be able to make a house. God knows what I could make with some hardwood. I have big plans. Question is the game gonna let me? Items removed during construction and such. If you see anything you like, feel free to take it. Oh, snap. So what if I took items from this box and then sold them? Like a scumbag. I think I've truly become a monster. I just want to exploit this economy in any way possible. That's all I care about. Okay. Sell the weed, sell the butterfly, sell the locust, sell the loach, sell the branches. So I think, this is my brain speaking right now, but I think I could collect on average about 10,000 bells per hour. I think. So if I owe him, like, let's say 50,000, I should be able to get that in roughly 5 hours. If I really try to speed run. I didn't even sell my oranges this time. I got some medicine potentially. Let me see what medicine takes. Craft a wasp nest and Clumps of weed. Okay. That's doable. That's not doable. None of the other stuff is doable. Alright, kid. What's for sale? I want to know what they are. What is this? Oh, thank you for the follow, Mayak Hunt Mills. I appreciate it. It's weird, since I'm not playing this on my computer, I don't actually hear the notifications like I normally do, but I definitely appreciate it. This is a very interesting game, even though I honestly don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna keep pretending like I do. I wonder if that's a common slingshot, or is it a better quality? Hard to say. Let's look at my recipes. Hay bed. Lump of weeds. An ocarina? Am I about to time travel? I heard that's illegal in this game. Okay, some blocks. A wash tub. Stone stool, okay. Frying pan. Get more of these Nook miles. Need to get to 5K. Keep going. Okay. Mr. Nook, what do you want me to do? Insects and fish. Oh, I need to bring them to... Oh, I messed up. I sold all of them. That's fine. I've got about 20 more minutes in the stream. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let me... One, I gotta find a, what's it called, nest. So I can get knocked out again, get messed up. Okay, nothing wants to drop anything anymore. Is that a fish? Why can I see that fish? What a weird looking fish. Is that a bug? Come on. There we go. You're close. I don't think that's a fish. I don't think he cares. He looks so uninterested in my little, Fine. I don't need you. I don't even need you. What is this guy doing? Let's chat. Here. Oh, he got you too, you don't say. Ultra broke, I like that. I also need like 20 weed for the hay thing, I guess. So I might as well do that. That one's not especially hard. I do like how easy it is to get a lot of bells. Granted, I don't even know what a lot of bells really constitutes, if I'm being honest. Let's go. None of these trees have oranges. It's upsetting. Come on. I think I'm gonna have to wait a while for the oranges to come back. Or maybe I have to sell the ones I have. Maybe that's it. I wonder if he has anything interesting to say. Nook stop. Yes, I have. Multiple days in a row. Unfortunately, little Tommy, I'm only streaming this game one time a week. That's my current commitment. And that's the plan. So the daily bonus is just going to have to be lost on me, I suppose. Although I admit I would play this more than once a week if I wasn't doing it on stream. I am quite enjoying myself. Go ahead and catch this butterfly. What? Catch another fish. I want to get like one more fish to show Nook. And then a butterfly maybe. I think I'll be in a good spot. Nook is just being very tsundere right now, being very hard to get. And I'm being like, do you notice me, senpai? I need a shovel so I can get whatever bug it is that's crawling in the sand right there. It ticks me off that I can't do anything about them. But everything in due time. No more seashells on the beach. Catch this little fish, I guess. Let's try to find one more insect or fish. And then we'll go back to Mr. Nook. And that's probably where we'll call it for the night. I feel like I made pretty good progress for 2 hours. I guess it's really been closer to 90 minutes, but let me make sure I have room for him. Yep. That I do. Okay. Well, that went pretty well, all things considered. Ooh, I can catch butterflies. Let's go. They call me Ash. Catch him up in here. Gotta get this long. I was trying to no-scope. Look at you. Take the bait. Okay. I'll take it. Okay, so we've got like 3 butterflies, like 3 fish. I was really hoping I'd find another hornet's nest. Just so I can get knocked out again, I guess. Let's go. And an apple? That's not an orange, that's an apple. Or it looks like it. How do I change this camera angle? Did I pick it up? I must be going crazy. I could have sworn I saw an apple. And I was super excited about it. Okay. No, I don't want to sell first. I need to talk to your dad. We got some adult stuff to take care of. Mr. Nook! I found a creature. Here, we're gonna start from the top and work our way down. An old friend of mine runs a museum, and I'd love to send it to him for a closer look. Okay. This is in no way tied to your generous donation just now, but I have a useful app to show you. Oh, it's gonna be like a Pokedex. But for animals. Okay. And let me go ahead and finish up this critter dex. Man, I wish I could just send him a lot of creatures at once. Because this is going to get really old. Kind of. Alright, give me that more of them DIYs. I'll take them. Yes! I got the axe. Let's go. Okay. Alright. So this is the point where the game opens up, I can already tell. Now that I have an axe, the world is my oyster. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to do this with every single critter. Red windflower bag. Okay. Man. This is getting annoying, having to do these creatures individually. Let me see, if I give him a common butterfly, is he gonna be like, hey, you've already done that with the next one? Okay, watering can. Come on, man. I found a creature. Nope, does not black it out if I've already given it to him. Oh, somebody's calling. Is it the museum? Blathers. That's gonna be my rap name. Yo, I'm Young Blathers. Specimens. Right, you're with a customer, your most important customer. Oh snap, Blathers is coming. Find a spot for Blathers. Good sized space to really build out a world-class museum. Alright. I can't give you any more creatures? So what I'm gonna do is go to my inventory first to see. I guess he added the DIY already, so if I go over here, I do want to make the axe if possible. Tree branch, I got that. I can craft it. Let's do it. Let's go. Flimsy axe. Keep crafting. What else can I make? Birdhouse. Can't do that. 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 I don't know what I'm gonna do with that stuff yet, so. I'm gonna go ahead and sell again. The wheat is so easy to get though, like, who cares? That's a little low. It seems like you're not giving me as good of a deal as last time, if I'm being honest, little Timmy. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm gonna do it. Let's go ahead and... I'm putting this bathtub in my house, yo. Okay. You know what? We're gonna renovate. Give me that bathtub. And now... See, now that I understand what's happening, I'm just gonna be like a god at this game. Put this radio, like, right here. Get closer to this corner before I place it. Place this lantern. What do you mean there's no room to place any... That's a lie. Am I gonna have to take like 2 steps back? There we go. What else can I have in my tent? Fine. I'll have a campfire. One second. Let me get these Nook monies. We're getting close to 5,000. I think that's viable next stream. Gonna add this little campfire so I don't have to carry it around anymore. My flimsy net is gone? Man, What if we go until we get 5,000 Nook Miles? Because that's really not that far. That's genuinely close. Like, I need 2 more little reward things. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Oh. Man, and there's so much stuff I can't do right now because I don't have my rod. I don't have the, what's it called? I guess I can go ahead and place Blather somewhere. Here. Like right here? No, he's gonna have to be like 3 steps back because I want to have access to that ocean spot. Here. I think here's the perfect spot. I'm a little surprised I didn't get a Nook Mile or 2 for that, but it is what it is. This game is a time sink. It's perfect. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Well, first, let me speak to little Timmy. Let me sell some stuff. Oh man, I messed up. I could have knocked down the tree that was gonna get knocked down anyway for Blathers. God, I'm so stupid. Let's figure out the orange economy. So I have 9. So oranges are 100 apiece. Sold. So if I gave them 500 oranges, is that... Am I doing that math correctly? I'd be done? Okay. So, I have a sinking feeling if I buy something off the Nook stop, I will get some, miles. So to test that theory, I'm gonna buy something I don't really care about. You know what, I might as well get something cool. I think the coin was fine. Here. Man, I also need to get some more, wood. So I can DIY some stuff again. I need one more of these. And I'll be at the 5,000. Actually, how many sticks do I have? I have 1 stick. I'm gonna have to collect tree branches for a while. Okay, I think I should be able to make another flimsy rod and a flimsy net at least. Maybe if I get like 2 more just to be on the safe side. No, I haven't even talked to that, haven't spoken to that bear in a while, but I'm not gonna really worry about it. Let's go ahead and get a rod. You know, it lasted a pretty decent amount of time. All things considered. All done for now. Also gonna deposit. Deposit 3,000. Hey. Good. Let's go ahead and get them Nook Miles, baby. All right, we're at 5,050. We've done it. Let me talk to Mr. Nook. Okay, my move-in fees have been paid. It's fine, I guess. Uh-oh, custom homes. I'm gonna get a mortgage. Zero interest financing. Okay. And an extremely lax payment plan. Anything is possible. We have a Miles redemption service for the Nook Miles you've collected. When you access a Nook stop, You'll be able to redeem your miles for lots of interesting things. Get more than miles. That's right. 500. Okay. Well, I'm curious what I can trade the Nook Miles for. So we're gonna look at it real quick, and then we're gonna call it a stream. Miles only. Details. Take this ticket to the airport to participate in a special tour. Inquire at the airport for detail. Ticket. Only Nook Miles Plus members can order this item. Oh, I see how it is. A knapsack. That looks dope. I'll probably buy that. Okay. Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff. That being said, not interesting enough for me to go on tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I had a lot of fun. This game is very interesting. I am very curious to see how all of this concludes, or not even concludes, how this is a lifestyle thing, so how all of this goes. With that being said, I hope all of you have a good evening and take care.